Hello everyone, this video will cover Module 14. So Module 14 is the module where you will submit your final draft of your research project. So just a couple of reminders here. You want to make sure that you look over the project criteria again. Make sure that your project that you're working on fits the criteria. You do need to have that topic related to literature. You have a list of at least 5 sources. That, if you're doing a project that is more like an art project, obviously you're not going to cite sources in that. So in this case, these are just sources that may have inspired you to help with the creation of your project. Some of you are doing PowerPoint though, and so in that case, you would be expected to list the sources on the last slide or something, or maybe put the sources in the slides if you use quotations from them or something like that, so you can demonstrate more of that research if you want. If you're doing something that's not that's a little less with artistic or something like that. But there's a lot of variety of students doing different things, and so hopefully you are able to just show that. Reflection, just a one-page reflection on the project, the steps you took, that kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of that. And then we do have a quick discussion board to do, and it's basically just a chance to show your research to the other students in the class. It's not necessarily a peer edit, but your response could be if you see any errors, you could point that out if you want to. But your response posts can be things like, what did you like? What suggestions do you have if it's a rough draft of the project? And so those of you who submit earlier may actually get some feedback and be able to make some changes before submitting that final draft. Things that you learned, that kind of thing, would be in your responses. So the original post is just 5 points for posting your project. It's the responses that are really worth the more points for this one. And again, it's just a chance to share with the class. I think it's just interesting to be able to see what other students are doing. Plus, just kind of takes sort of like that presentation aspect that you might do in a lot of other classes, or maybe as you move forward in your career, you'll probably end up doing a lot more of this where you have to do some research and then show it to the class, kind of thing. And then I did put a link information about the online writing lab. They can look over anything with text. Obviously, you probably could send your painting to them. I don't know that they could help you out with it, but anything like PowerPoint or whatever, if you just want them to look it over and tell you if there's any editing that needs to be done, and then turn it in here at the end. And I do have a grading rubric that I use for this one, so just don't forget to get all the elements in there. That is one of the bigger mistakes that students will make. They won't put in their source list or their reflection, and you can see those are worth 30 points by themselves. So you want to make sure that you have all the elements put in there, and then you've turned in your research project, and that is completed. So if you have any questions as you are completing your research project, feel free to send me an email. Otherwise, have a great week.